everyone, and how are you guys doing today? I hope everybody is doing good and everybody is staying safe. As you can see, again, I'm in my car as it's warming up again in the parking lot. I seem to be like a parking lot Patty, being here in the parking lot all the time. But anyway, it's like, gloomy North Carolina, rainy day. It's just like one of them days. It's like, I am so ready for spring. I just want you guys to leave some comments down below on how you're feeling, but I'm ready for some sun. I'm ready for the trees to be back, the grass to be back. I mean, even though as much as I hate pollen, because I have bad allergies, I am so looking forward to it. And I don't look forward to pollen being all over your car and all over the place, but I'm really looking forward to it this year. I know that sounds crazy, but it's something the Florida boy in me definitely needs a little bit more sun. I don't feel the winter weather, but at least we're fortunate enough that we don't get the weather that everybody up north and Midwest gets. And I'm I cross my fingers and thank God that we don't have that kind of weather. But anyway, the reason why I came on was not to talk about the weather, because you can always go to the Weather Channel to talk about that. The reason why I came on this morning when I woke up, I actually had, I was just having a lot of thoughts about, sometimes you just wake up in the morning or, late at night or whatever, and you just have these thoughts or whatever. So this is kind of like a diary for me. So I'm just kind of like just letting stuff out. But, it's just stuff I want to kind of let you guys in and let you guys get to know me a little bit better, because I know that I don't talk a lot about my, not my past, but just, some things about me in general. I don't really talk a lot about that kind of stuff yet. So I'm slowly but surely getting there, because that's a little hard thing for me to do. Because I'm not very good at being very open about talking about me privately, but I am just trying to do it little baby steps at a time. But, it's just basically, the whole topic of this video is about, this is me, and this is kind of how I am. Because the reason why this came about was I was watching a bunch of YouTubers last night, and I watched how they talk, and I watched how they place everything, and how they mention everything, and they're so specific with every specific thing that they do, which is great, because they're amazing. And that's the reason why I watch them, because they're just so informative, and they're so genius on how they talk and eloquently, or they're just very precise on how they do everything. And you know what, that's not me. I'm not like that, unfortunately. 50 years of being, I'm almost 50 years old. I turned 50 in April. And, and I've been in the cosmetic industry for probably almost 30 years of my life. I started off, behind the counter. I worked part-time. I worked full-time. I went from full-time to, a counter manager, from counter managers to, coordinator, from coordinator to a, I've been education executive. I've been, I've been a national makeup artist. All of that was done off of me and just my knowledge of just books. Like when I was in makeup, when I first started out, there was nothing for men at all, especially in a small town, or in the areas around me. The closest I would actually drove my first job for cosmetics. I drove 2.5 hours to work and back every day for almost I think it was about a year. I drove 2.5 hours to work and back just to work behind a cosmetic counter, because nobody would give me the opportunity or the time of day to do it, because at that time men still were not, and it just was not it was only women, and you had to be experienced, and I had no experience. My experience came from books. Kevin Aucoin, Francois Nars, Bobby Brown, Victoria Jackson. These are kind of people that reading books, and Allure magazine was like my Bible. What was the fashion trends, what was going on, and me just like making, because I started off, not having any of that. I started off learning makeup in theater, and learning how to do it a little bit in theater, and then went from theater to, learning from Mary Kay, just some Mary Kay makeup that, that I had, and playing with my niece and doing things like that. I never had anybody instruct me and teach me how to do makeup, or how to actually place makeup, or how to actually do any of that. I did all of that from reading. And whenever I do makeup, I'm not the kind of person that you can go up to and go, oh, it's like, this placement here would open up your eyes and do that. I just see somebody with a close-set eye and I just do it. I don't know why. I don't have a rhyme or reason why I do it. If somebody's cheekbone needs to be lifted, I just do it. I don't really go, oh, you have a round face and you would look much better if you did your face this way and you did that way and blah, blah. I'm not in that realm or sense educated. I'm more self-taught educated, and it's all through my eyes. I just see it and I just do it. I don't have a rhyme or a reason for why it should go there, or I don't have a rhyme or a reason why, you should color correct here, or, like I'm not like a, Robert Welch, who is amazing, and he's like an amazing makeup artist, but he's also a professional, super professional. Me, I've just always taught myself, and I didn't have anybody to do that. I didn't have anybody to fall back on. It was just me watching people, learning from people, making a lot of mistakes, and just, that's how I grew. And I mean, and making up my own things to make things work. I just never mixing my own things, kind of just taking what I would always because I would always, learn from just makeup artists in general and what they were doing in fashion or what they were doing in Hollywood or whatever. I would just take that and kind of make it my own. And every time I would just take a tip or a trick from that and I would use it for like a week, and then I would change it, and then I would do something else, and I would find another tip or trick and use it and do the same thing every week. I never was one to be absolutely precise with everything. The same thing with my vocabulary. I'm not really good at coming out with, being very eloquent about things. If I like something, I just get excited. And I'm not really good about, I mean, I will do my best to give you like product information and prices and, ingredients and all that stuff. Sometimes I'm good at that, but there are going to be moments where I don't do that. And I'm just going to be excited and I just want to put it on my face. I don't really care about all that stuff. I mean, I'll give you information that you can, if you want to buy it, that's the whole thing. If you want to buy it, just because I do something, I don't want you to have to go out and buy it. Because I mean, the whole purpose of it is just to see what it looks like, on me, or, just to give you some information about it. But that's just me. That's just who I am. I don't really have a rhyme or reason for what I do or why I talk about stuff, and it's like, and sometimes I'll give a lot of information on something and then sometimes I won't, coming from companies that, I've been drilled, into my head, this is what you need to say. This is how you need to say it. This is how it needs to be presented. This is how you need to look to present it. This is what you need to, I've dealt with that, my whole career. Trash, but I mean, because it's, there's nothing wrong with living in a trailer, because I mean, hey, it's a home. And I grew up in one. So, I mean, and I used to be very ashamed of that, but now I'm not at all. I used to be thinking that I was a little bit higher than that and that my family didn't live in a trailer. But you know what, they did. And, and I grew up in one. And, now I'm not ashamed of it. And I don't really care anymore, because my mom and my dad worked really, really hard to get what they wanted. And I'm not ashamed of that anymore. So I know at one point that I was, but now that I don't have them, I mean, it really does, it doesn't bother me anymore. And I don't really care what people think of me anymore. And I don't care really, whether, I don't have a certain look or whatever. I just do this. The reason why I'm on YouTube is because I love it. It's because I have such a passion. I always have. And, it's always hurt my pocketbook. I probably right now would probably be so rich if I half the money that I've spent on cosmetics over the years, from having really bad acne as a teenager to trying to find the right cosmetic product for my skin, using every brand that has existed. I think I've used everything. I've tried everything. I've used it all. I've done it all. There's so much that I've done and learned. But none of that, none of it bothers me anymore. I don't really, I just do what I do. That's it. I just love it. And that's all I can say. There's not really any rhyme or reason why I do it. It's not a rhyme or reason why I play something somewhere or do something. It's just who I am. I'm naturally, I don't know. Somebody did tell me that one time that I'm just naturally, I just see it and I just do it. I don't have a rhyme reason for colors. I don't have a rhyme reason for contour placement. I just don't have a rhyme or reason for any of it. I just do it. So I just wanted to come on here and just say, I just wanted you guys to know that, I'm learning as I go along with YouTube, and I may not be exactly like everybody else in certain aspects of, that. And I'm not apologizing for that, because this is just who I am. And you guys are actually following me and enjoying my content, because I get excited to see the fact that I've got like 23 people or 30 people that have watched my video. That's like, there's 30 people that actually enjoy sitting me try and put on an eyeshadow, or, God forbid, try to put on, or try to review something, that's, to me, is exciting. I mean, because I know that I'm very small, and, but that to me is the idea that just 30 people watched me. That's like a big deal to me. Because I know that a lot of people, it's like, oh, you don't have enough views, or you don't have enough this or that. But to me, that just those 30 people that may have took even just 3 minutes, if they only watched 3 minutes of my video, that means that they tried to watch it, or they watched me. And that just means a lot to me. So, I mean, either whether they liked it or they didn't, because that still doesn't matter to me. I'm glad that they watched me. This is just who I am. And if you guys are, hope you guys are cool with it. Evidently you are, because you like my personality and you like what I'm kind of bringing to the table. I'm just not going to bullshit you on a lot of stuff. I mean, either I like it or I don't. I'm usually pretty good about immediately knowing. Sometimes I don't even have to wear a product 2 and 3 and 4 days. I can tell you immediately, because I've been in this industry for so long and know products for so long, that I don't need 3 months to use something to tell you that it's going to work for me, because I know, after being in the industry this long and using as much as I have, and all the brands over and over again, when it was just like 10 or 9 brands at the time, and now it just grew up. And then then it went into MAC, and then it went into Origin, then it went into Bobbi Brown. Then I've been through all of the cosmetic growth through all of this. So the good thing you can know about me is that I have a lot of knowledge, and I may not always sound like I do on, when I'm actually on YouTube, but I have a lot of knowledge. And if there's anything that you want to know about a brand or a line, I mean, you can just comment down below and ask me, and I will be more than glad to give you guys a recommendation or talk about it, or if you want to hear about it, or you want to hear about brands from the past that maybe I'd used, or maybe it's a product that you used, if there's something similar that you can find to it. I mean, usually I know there's not a dupe, but maybe something that's comparable to it. If you found something that you really, really loved in the past that you loved, because I've tried just about all of it. Now colors, I may not every brand, because a lot of these YouTubers have got, I mean, the idea of having that much makeup actually gives me like I just, because I'm so anal and so retentive about cleaning. I'm like watching like Laura Lee, for example, clean. I mean, God bless her, because she's trying to clean out all of her stuff, but those big clutter hauls, and I mean, all this makeup that these PR companies that send, it's like, almost kind of gives me like a panic attack. Eyeshadow palette does one person need? It's kind of like, and I know that mine is gonna get grown too. I mean, hey, what have I got, like 10 now? I think I don't have very many. Maybe one day I'm gonna go back and laugh at this. I'm like, oh, now I've got like, 300 palettes. I'm like, which scares me. I'll either be donating, getting rid of, because I just don't, if I'm not using it or I can't use it, I wouldn't see the use in keeping it. But I definitely, that use of having that much makeup, like that many foundations or whatever. Sorry, I'm holding this with my hand, so my hand kind of crab a bit. But yeah, the idea of having that much makeup is just a lot to me. So, and I'm sure you guys feel the same. Like, sometimes you're just like, wow, that's a lot of makeup. But it's fascinating. I mean, it's fascinating to see all these people. See, I'm the same way as you. I get as fascinated with people as you do. I mean, everybody that's on YouTube, I'm fascinated with. So I'm just as glorified fan as you are. Like, for example, Tara Lynn and Glam Girl Chelsea, they both just followed me on Instagram, and they followed me on my subscription on YouTube. And I literally, I'm not kidding you, I thought I was going to cry, because I was just so it's, I'm trying not to do that now. But I literally was just so, it just made me feel so good that I mean, because you don't understand. I watch these people like every day. It's just like, and like Tara Lynn, I've watched her grow, and it's definitely something that's very humbling to me when people like that just means a lot to me. So, and I know most people, they're like, they don't fan out like that, but I'm like, wow, they actually kind of like my material. I mean, it kind of makes me feel good, because I feel like most of the time I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So, anyway, I'm going to try to cut this short. I'm sorry I'm talking so long, but I just felt like there was a lot that I wanted to say. And, sometimes in a video I'm doing makeup, I can't concentrate and talk at the same time. I'm definitely one that I have to, when I do makeup, it's like sometimes I zone out, and all I want to do is just do the makeup. I don't really, I can't, it's hard for me to talk and do that at the same time, because I concentrate and I'm thinking so much about how I want my look to look that I can't do that. So that's another thing, that I'm not like other people that could just go, oh, la, 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 and they're putting on their eyeshadow, and I'm just like, and sometimes I can, but for the most part, I zone out. And I can't, I zone in. I'm so into makeup that I just think about what I'm doing, and I concentrate so hard that I can't think about doing that. That's why I'll do voiceovers, because I just get so into it that I forget to talk. So these are just some things that I wanted you guys to know. It's not anything. And I mean, if you've made it this far into this video, then hey, that's saying a lot, because probably maybe after 2 minutes, you probably got lost. But, I just felt like I needed to just come on and just make something a little extra, that's not revolving around a palette or a new foundation or something, and getting little bits and pieces of me, which you still will in videos, but I'm trying to be a little bit more open about stuff, and, just kind of where I'm feeling and how I'm kind of feeling, going along on this journey, because you guys are going along with me. So just imagine, it's like, I mean, you're starting with me too. I mean, we're both on this journey together. I mean, I'm new at this, and I'm learning, and don't know camera angles as well. And I mean, and that's something else I'm learning, because I've never been a camera person. I'm not good at being on film. I'm not really good at taking pictures and stuff. So all of this stuff is new to me too. So I'm learning, and it's good to have you guys with me along for the ride, is what I'm trying to say. And if you love my content, and you're so far, and you like me as a person, then that says a lot. And I really, really do appreciate it. And I just wanted you guys to know that I just wanted you, you accept me as me, and just what I can bring to the table, then that's all I want you to know. I just don't want anybody to expect that I'm going to be, a Robert Welsh, or or a Jaclyn Hill, maybe. I mean, or a Jeffree Star for sure. No, but I definitely just wanted you guys to see this side of me, and just because it's something that I just wanted to get off my chest. And if you made it this far, thank you for listening. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like it if you do like it, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't, if you want to, and you like me. That's great. If you don't and you just want to watch, that's fine too. But from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate the ones that have subscribed, and the people out there that do watch me, and it really does mean a lot. So anyway, please take care, and you guys take care of yourself today, and peace out, and we will see you. Sorry, I dropped my phone. Peace out. We'll see you again soon. Bye.